Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be putting together my junk journal for Cheaply Chic, and this is her Serenity collection. I love this. It's so pretty, and I'm so excited to start in it. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what I created. So the first thing that I wanted to do was just kind of do the little setup things that I typically do. I always like to put the seam binding that comes with the collection on the journal itself just to kind of keep it there, make sure I don't ever lose it. I typically glue the edges of the seam binding and then just glue it with some, you know, glue stick just to keep it from fraying. And then was lucky enough to get one of her really pretty ruffles this time, and just checking that out, just looking at some of the pages and seeing what options I have for putting that on there. I don't actually end up doing that this in this video, but I just kind of wanted to have some options available or see what pages I wanted to do this particular thing on. And I think I decided on doing it on that page. At least one of the ruffles will be on that page. And so I'm going to cut that, but I'm not going to glue it down yet because I do want to go ahead and do the title page and stuff before that so that I can not have that bulk behind it. So I will do that in a separate video. All right, so now I'm just going to look at some of the things. I wanted to just do a little bit of decorating on the front because the collection came with some flowers, and I just wanted to add a little bit of flowers to the front cover. The covers are beautiful as they are, but just sometimes I like to add some of the bits and pieces that come with the collection on the journal itself. And I was thinking I wanted to use those flat back pearl, but they just weren't quite the right shape and wasn't quite fitting. So I just grabbed a couple of the flowers here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do like a little cluster um, of like 3 different little flowers there. And I think it just adds a little something. And then just going to use my Fabri-Tac glue here to just glue those down. All right. And I do want to say that I am using a different mic for this video, so hopefully the sound quality is better and you guys can hear me pretty well. Let me know what you think. All right, so in the collection, they had little punches, butterfly punches that came in the collection, and I thought that I would go ahead and add that to the cover as well. I just used my bone folder just to bend a little bit, just to give it some dimension. So I bent the wings back a little bit, and then put, and then just inked up the sides just to again kind of give it some dimension, and then I'm just gluing it there on the planner. And that's really going to be the theme throughout this whole um, collection is really going to be butterflies and roses. That's what the theme really is. So I'm really going to go for that and just do all butterflies and all roses. Okay, so then next thing that I do is I tape in my bookmark, quote unquote, even though technically it's not really a bookmark. It's just a fancy, cute little um, what am I trying to say? Beaded little charm thing for the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the bits onto the ends of the strings. I love doing this. If you haven't seen my Craft With Me or my craft room tour, you will not know, but I do have a really cute little bookshelf of all of these journals, and all the little bits and bits are sticking out of the bottom of the shelf, and I just love the way that looks. It makes me very happy. So I do want to use the butterflies for one of the strings, and then I'm going to use the hearts for the other one. So I just inked up the edges, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue the little butterflies down. And yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab the hearts and do the same thing on the other one. And again, just inked up the edges. I just think that gives it kind of a vintage look. I'm definitely trying to go for that vintage feel, very distressed kind of feel in this journal as well. So as soon as I get that glued down, we'll move on to the next thing. I was struggling with those little things. I don't know about you guys, but my nails, man, they are looking really bad. This stay-at-home order is just not good for the nails. All right, so let's go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and work on the front page now. I was thinking I was actually going to work on the title page, kind of the front page, but that's not how it ended up working out. But that's originally what I was planning on doing. So I did take the guest check and I put that there in the front. I just loved how the pink and the blue of the guest check matched the collection and the picture on the side of the roses. I think I'm still might use that, but I think I might go in a completely different direction. I ended up not using that in this video, but I really do like it, so I'm gonna definitely use it somewhere in the journal. All right, so the collection came with that cute little playing card there, so I wanted to use that, and I thought I would just add a little butterfly to the top there where that kind of blue space is. So I'm just deciding on where I want it and kind of picking out that piece. And that collection also came with this really cute piece of lace. That's another thing that I'm planning on doing in this journal is really layering up fabrics. And I just love the look of that. And I've been seeing that. I've been drawn to that. Like when I'm looking at Pinterest and stuff, I've been drawn to people kind of doing that layering look of like different fabrics. So, nice thing about this particular collection, I was able to really kind of practice with that because it had a couple of different little pieces um, from Yo Lady actually sent us part of the package, part of the collection was from Yo Lady, and she included that stuff in the collection. So I was able to kind of um, experiment with some of her pieces. So, okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I just felt like it needed just a little bit of like pink added to the back. So I grabbed one of the eyelash trims that also I believe came from you ladies part of the collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the back, kind of just sticking out of the back. And this is where I decided that I'm going to, instead of putting it in the cover page, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the pocket. That's kind of when I made that decision. And when I was looking at it again, I'm kind of going for that grungier look. So the white of the pocket didn't really work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a new tool that I just recently purchased at the Dollar Tree, actually, with a little makeup brush type thing. And I'm going to use that to de-stress the edges. So I'm gonna pull out that thing right now. Here it is. It's just one of those little brushes, and seen a couple of junk turtles use these, and I thought I would try it out. And I like how it worked. It definitely was It didn't give that stamp appearance that typically like the stamp pad does. It was more just kind of brushed on, which I liked. So I'm just really fast forwarding this part because it took me quite a while to get this kind of inked up as much as I wanted to. And like I said, I'm going for that grungier look. So I inked it up and then I just inked it up around because obviously I was going to put all that other stuff right on top of it. So you weren't really going to see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get everything glued down. Get my little mat here from the Dollar Tree. I also inked up the lace just a little bit just to um, give it just a little bit of dimension and color to the lace. Okay, so I'm just going to layer things up here again and um, get everything glued down. And when I was doing that pink little thing, I wanted it to really fall kind of along the side of the card. So I really took me a while to. It's so funny because it took me forever to put it like this, but then I didn't even have the glue on there, so it's like I wasted a bunch of time doing that when I didn't even glue it. So I have to do it all over again because I'm gonna have to glue it on there. So it's funny how I just like I know I like it. I don't know why I just don't glue it down. It's that commitment thing that you're like, oh, I have to commit to it and just do it. So when I finally figured it out that I was gonna like it, I committed and then I glued it down. after playing with it. I mean, what am I doing? Just do it, Crystal. Okay, no, I'm not still committed to it apparently. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up the library card as well. And again, just kind of doing the same thing. I went around the edge with the Tim Holtz Distress Ink tool, and then I used the little Dollar Tree makeup brush to kind of distress the inside of the card. And I'm talking to my sister on FaceTime while I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing a voiceover because we were chit chatting. So that's why you see my hand kind of moving because I'm talking to her as I'm doing this. All right, I wanted to use that little pink ticket as well in the from the collection just to add a pop of pink in the pocket. So that is basically what it's going to look like. And now I'm just going to glue everything up. I am using my Fabri-Tac from Beacon. I get it at Walmart. And when I went to Walmart this last time, I did buy 2 of them. So some people are hoarding toilet paper. I hoard glue. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I better get 2 of them just so I don't have to come back and go to the store. I don't think Walmart will deliver this to my house with my grocery order. All right, so that is that, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I do use Fabri-Tac to glue down the pocket just because the stickiness of the pocket is not really that great. So I just go ahead and glue that down. I do always want to leave the sewing edge around it, so I kind of use that as my guide when I'm placing the pocket. Yeah, and I really, really love how that turned out. Now I'm back with that uh, guest check. I really want to use that. I just think it looks pretty. Doesn't it look pretty with the blues and the way that it used? Now that I see it on the video, I was thinking of going a different direction, but I think I might bring that back. I don't know. I'll have to see. Not exactly sure what I'm doing, why I left this part in. All right, well, that's everything that I had for you today. I will go ahead and see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye for now.